LP Field plays host here for this matchup between the New York Giants and the Tennessee Titans.
Back in your days when you had to take on a team from the AFC, didn't know them all that well. What was it like as we have this little interconference matchup today?
Well, I thought back in those days, Jim, we were about ready to show them what toughness and hard-hitting was. Today it's a little different, but I'll tell you this NFC team, they are a hard-hitting bunch.
And they're all over him at the 18-yard line. The Titans are at the line of scrimmage and loading up that line with an extra tight end.
Well, when you're going to run the football, if that's your objective, you cannot get frustrated by short runs. You know that it's going to build itself as the game goes along, so keep trying.
A year ago, the Tennessee Titans had some unrest at the quarterback position. Hasselbeck played some. Blocker, of course, got a little more experience, and it just seemed like it was a hard team to define a year ago.
You got to grow up fast in the NFL, and it's time for Jake Locker to grow up and be the man. I think he can, Jim. He has a good personality. He's big and strong. I think they need to design the offense that fits his traits. I think they'll do that. The Titans should be a better football team.
Well, the Titans a year ago did not have a whole lot going for them on defense.
No, they didn't. You know, the Titans always, the one thing you can count on in all those years when Jeff Fisher was there, they could rush the quarterback. They could not do it very well last year, and it showed weaknesses in their linebackers. And, of course, when you can't rush the quarterback, your defensive backs are always going to look bad. Bad job that time by the quarterback. He misses the receiver on the slant route. When you're throwing the slant route, you got to throw it right into the stomach of the receiver so it's easy for him to make the catch, and he can protect himself also.
Brits in the slot. Locker's going to take it from the gun. He'll fire it out to the left. That catch good for a first down.
I guess that's how we're going to be today, isn't it? We're just going to go for it on fourth down. That
Welcome to San Diego for this NFC North versus AFC West matchup between the Bears and the Chargers. What a matchup we have at wide receiver today. Two of the biggest threats in the NFL who love to cause chaos for opposing defenses. How about this matchup, Phil?
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. When you have speedy wide receivers, what you have to do, you got to make sure your safeties are smart, they're talented. Both teams have that, because it is easy in this game nowadays to get the football to the wide receivers. If they can't get open down the field, just throw them some screens on the outside and dare the defense to tackle it.
Candlestick Park, a stadium that has housed numerous championship teams, plays host for this AFC West versus NFC West matchup between the Broncos and the 49ers. We got a crossover conference game about to kick off here. Any thoughts before kickoff, Phil?
Well, these two teams don't know each other very well. So when you don't know the other team real well, you know what happens? You get surprised. A lot of big plays. This will be fun to watch.
That'll stop the play right there. Colin Kaepernick under center. 1st and 10. Frank Gore gets it here. That brings the play to an end.
That's a nice run that time by the offense, picking up those yards. And anytime you gain more than 3 yards on a running play in the National Football League, it is deemed successful.
Offense lines up here. Second down and 5. The 49ers get a first down. Tackled at the 13.
Well, the offense has done a good job getting down inside the 20 in the so-called red zone or green zone by some teams, but the defense, you can be a little more aggressive now because you don't have to worry about the length of the field. It is shortened, so take advantage of it and attack this offense a little more.
Let's see how they back up the big play here. Kaepernick from the gun, trying to work that left side.
Terrible throw by the quarterback. Terrible route by the wide receiver. Oh, wow, what a shock. The football was incomplete.
Kendall Hunter is in the backfield. Will go ground. Goes to the left. Gains 13.
Good job by the offense getting the first down in the red zone. Now it becomes tricky. Can you deceive the defense where you get a chance to get a score?
New set of downs now after picking up the first on the ground. Gores powers his way across. Touchdown.
This will make you feel good early in the game. You're down near the goal line and you just line up and you run the football right at the defense and get a touchdown.
The Broncos back deep, ready to receive. This is a big-time return.
There is nothing like a good return when you talk about special teams. Good blocking, the speed of the returner gets down the field, and after that tackle, now they have good starting field position.
The 49ers defense now is going to go nickel. Will run it. Here's the handoff.
Well, I know it was a short run that time by the offense, but it's what it's going to do for you long term. Keep running that football, try to wear the defense down.
2nd and 7. Manning's got the football after the play fake. He'll fire it out to the left. The Broncos now move the chains.
Well, he had all day long to throw the football that time. That's why he had success throwing the football down the field. I'll tell you what, this defense, they need to start blitzing this quarterback.
Deckers, a receiver in the slot. 1st and 10. The defense gets the sack.
Well, that's a sign of a good defense. When you can sack the quarterback, when you're just rushing the defensive lineman, you don't need any tricks, you don't need any blitzes. Man, that's talent.
Thomas is playing out of position in the backfield here. Manning from the gun. Catch is made. That last play made by Patrick Willis.
In these type of situations, when you're losing the game, it's 3rd and long. Don't try to be a hero, because when you try to be a hero, it's going to lead to a turnover. Then you really will be in trouble.
Moreno lined up in the backfield. 3rd and 13. Catch is made. A tackle that had to be made. And that'll set up 4th down.
Defensive coordinators love this situation, don't they? 3rd and long, they can do just about anything, and it's going to work, and they stop the offense that time.
Manning sells the play fake and looks downfield. And Manningham's lined up now as a slot receiver. First and 10. Looking for a receiver on the left side here. The 49er unstoppable. The 40. Tackles made.
Awesome job by the defense. That time they were really surprised by the play call. The receiver gets behind the defense, but the speed of the defensive back able to make up those yards and tackles him from behind.
Davis a tight end, but lined up in the backfield for this play. Now 1st and 10. Looking for an open receiver on the right. Incomplete.
It's always dangerous when your receiver's running the drag routes and you throw it too far in front of him. You most likely are just going to lead him into trouble.
Frank Gore is in the backfield. 2nd and 10. Challenging the defenders to the right side. He's going to be tackled right around the 24-yard line.
Good job that time by the quarterback. Throw the short pass, even though it doesn't result in a 1st down. Now on 3rd and short, all of your passes are
a foot race to the end zone. In stride, and he's home for the touchdown.
Brains are a big part of playing in the NFL. Good job by the running back, making the right decision, follows the blockers, and walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
49ers setting up for the kickoff. And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. Nickel formation here for the defense. Manning's going to take the snap from the shotgun. The pass complete, and that's a big-time tackle that keeps them 3 yards short of the 1st down marker. Thomas lined up in the slot. Throws to the right. The Broncos now move the chains.
I think the best thing to say about that play, it's just it gained a few yards, so that's what you do. All plays don't score. Sometimes you just want to pick up a couple yards.
Moreno lined up in the backfield. 1st and 10. Moreno's got it on the handoff. He's into the open.
Well, the defensive coach is going to be upset after this play. After that long run, terrible angles, and really just a lack of hustle by the defense gives up the long run.
Here they come back to the line after picking up over 20 yards on that last play.
Well, the play is there to be made, but the offensive player doesn't get it done. Bad job on 1st down.
And here we have 2nd down. Quarterback drops back, play action. There's a flag out, perfectly thrown.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Roughing the passer call gives the offense 15 yards and a new set of downs.
Yeah, and it was a terrible roughing the passer that time. He absolutely took 2 steps before he hit the quarterback. You can see when he lets the ball go. When you see him let it go, pull up.
They'll take that gift from the defense and line up now with a new set of downs. Manning's turning to look downfield now after selling the play fake. 15 minutes down, 45 minutes to go. And you're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play number 6 coming up on this drive. There's the signal from the far side. The hands are up. It is a touchdown.
What a good job by the offense driving down and getting that touchdown. Even though they're still behind, they're chipping away at this lead, keeping the pressure on their opponents.
Matt Prater is ready to run up and kick this football. Excellent field position.
Well, a lot of good things happen on both sides of the football this time. How about that return by the return team? Good job, good blocking. Look at the speed of that guy running. They get the tackle from behind. They stop the touchdown.
Colin Kaepernick under center to the ground here.
So many things you can do on 1st down, and what do you come up? You come up with that play. That was just a bad play call.
They went with the ground game on 1st down, bringing up 2nd. Colin Kaepernick from the shotgun. He's got the grab, and he's got the 1st. Touchdown.
That was a nice job that time by the offense, driving down for the touchdown to increase their lead. That really takes a lot of pressure off the defense.
An extra point is good. 49ers setting up for the kickoff. Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23. The defense comes out in the nickel. First and 10, setting up a little screen. They break through, tackle him behind the line.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the offense that time on 1st down. Now the defense is in a good situation.
Thomas is usually a tight end, but he's in the backfield this time. Moreno's taking the handoff.
When you run off tackle, one of the things you're looking for is for your tackle to make a good block. And then if you have a lead fullback, can he get past him and block the linebacker to free up the halfback so he can go in between them and get in the secondary and make a big play? Well, when you keep chipping away with these short throws, sooner or later that defense is going to come up. And when they come up, that's when you throw it over the top.
They're back at the line after that catch for a 1st down. Anderson's going to take the handoff now.
Excellent job of just picking up the 1st down. This offense is hot. Another 1st down, and they are moving down the field.
Decker's going to get set in the slot for this snap. Back to the ground, a tackle behind the line.
Got to give the defense some credit on first down. There's so many things the offense can do. They were ready for that play, and they stopped it.
Second down here. Peyton Manning from the shotgun. Peyton out to Eric Decker. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field.
Good job by the quarterback that time. Makes the decision. Throws it short. It does not get the first down. But I promise you, third and short is a lot easier than having third and long.
Thomas, a tight end, but now shifted into the backfield. They pounce on him there.
You're near midfield. It's fourth down. What do? I got the answer right here. You punt it. Play field position. Make the other offense drive the length of the field to score.
Going across the middle, the Broncos get a first down.
Anytime you picked up a couple first downs, here's what happens. The defense starts to doubt what they're doing, but maybe more importantly, it gets those big boys over there tired.
This will be the 8th play of this drive. First and 10, play action fake, looking to throw. They're set. That ball is picked off.
The linebackers, they got to be able to do everything. They got to be big enough to get in there and stop the run, and also athletic enough to be able to get in position and make an interception. Good job by the linebackers.
And Manningham's in the slot. First and 10. He'll throw it over the middle. Complete. Someone's been injured out there. Hold on a minute.
Well, that's going to hurt him tomorrow. There's no doubt about it. When you get hit like that, you're going to feel some of that pain tomorrow. But the good news is, I think he's going to be okay. And once he gets a little situated there, I think he'll be back in the game. Well, I know it's not going to make a highlight film, but still a good solid run up in there for a couple yards.
And Manningham's a receiver in the slot. He's brought down. That's going to bring up fourth down.
How about the defensive line? Getting that penetration, getting off the football at the snap, and getting it done, getting in the backfield and making that tackle.
Kaepernick's back in shotgun formation. Michael Huff with the pick. In on the stop.
Well, I have to say that's just a terrible decision by the quarterback there. He's got to know when you're in a situation like this, you just cannot make that type of pass.
The 49ers with a nickel look here on defense. He's looking to the right here on this throw. Dante Whitner picks off that pass. The tackle is made.
That was a terrible throw by the quarterback. When you're off target like that, you deserve to throw an interception.
On first down. Kaepernick's got it in the gun. Looking to the right side and throwing.
Nice catch by the receiver, but it still doesn't get a first down.
Ohio! And Manningham's lined up now as a slot receiver. 2nd and 1. Gore. A little crease. Touchdown! What a run!
Anytime you see a long run for a touchdown, what you got to look for is blocking downfield. Nice job by the wide receivers and everybody hustling, making a block and a long touchdown run.
stop him from running it out to the 20. Mark him down at the 19. First down, offense readying for the snap. Play fake here, eyeing that left side. Good throw and good catch right on the sideline.
Quarterbacks love throwing the football against cover three. The defense is trying to stop the big pass plays down the field, so you can clearly see when somebody's around the receiver, throw it out there near the sideline, get these easy completions.
Aldon Smith with the quarterback takedown.
Not a good job by the quarterback that time. Inside of 2 minutes in the first half, you got to get rid of the football. If nobody's open, just throw it away. That time, he loses yards by taking the sack.
Thomas is playing out of position in the backfield here. Here comes the training staff as we've got a player down on the field.
That's a good job. He's able to get up and get off the field, and my guess is he's going to be okay. A little bit of a scare there, no doubt about it. That makes everybody nervous.
Welker's lined up in the slot. Manning standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field.
When you play a cover three defense, you protect against the deep pass, but the problem is all the underneath stuff is wide open, and the quarterback is taking advantage of it.
Justin Smith brings the quarterback down.
A lot of time for the quarterback to throw the football that time. The offensive line did their job, but nobody is open. Look at these receivers. They are covered all over the field.
Welker is going to get set in the slot for this snap.
Gets it out to the 22.
When you talk about throwing the football into open space, that's almost always against zone defenses. That's what we saw that time. Good job by the quarterback throwing it in there.
This play set up by the long gainer. Out of the shotgun formation. No one in sight. Has the grab.
This is where games are won and lost. Once an offense gets down the red zone, even though they're down more than 7, can you find a way to punch it in there for the touchdown and not settle for a field goal?
This will be the 8th play of this drive. The quarterback will hand it off.
When you make play calls like that, you're not going to win many football games. That was a terrible call here on first down.
2nd and goal from the 5. Brings it into his body. Nothing too exciting here, just plowing ahead, getting closer to that goal line.
Well, they're trying to find out if this defense has the courage and toughness to stand up to them. So far, they haven't. This defense, they better pick it up if they think they're going to stop this offense.
We're back here now in this one, where the 49ers lead by 21. The ball is jarred loose. Good piece of tackling.
What a lucky play that time by the return team. They fumble the football. Nobody's hustling, but somehow they find a way to recover their own fumble.
Thomas, a tight end, but lined up in the backfield for this play. First down and 10. Working that left side. Ball's thrown incomplete. Great coverage there by the defense.
I don't know what was more terrible. That was a terrible route. Terrible throw by the quarterback. Oh, and what a shot. It's incomplete.
Manning's going to take it from the gun. Throws the pass. Manning complete as he finds Welker on that throw. Danielle's got an injury update for us. Let's go to her now. Well, we're anxious to hear the full story on that injury. Let's go down to Danielle Bellini with the story.
Guys, I had a chance to speak with a Broncos team official. Sounds like it's just a minor issue, and he'll be back on the field shortly.
I like this. Show some patience. Don't try to get it all in one play. Pick up first downs and try to go down the field and score.
1st and 10. Surveys. Aldon Smith with the quarterback takedown.
I'm not going to blame the offensive line. They did their job, but the problem was The secondary, they were all over the receivers. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw it. That is truly a coverage sack.
Looks to his left. Had it for a moment, but the ball is knocked out, incomplete.
That was a big hit by the defender that time. The receiver drops the football. I'll tell you what, I guarantee the next time he goes over the middle, he'll be looking for that defender.
Let's see what they do on this third down situation. Manning from the gun. And he's almost intercepted.
Jim, when you get in these situations, there's not much you can do. Third and long, not easy to pick up first downs in these type of situations.
Welker's in the slot. Manning's going to take the snap from the shotgun. That's an interception.
What a terrible job by the quarterback. Nobody's open, tries to force the pass, and look, what's it turn into? An interception.
First down coming up. Kaepernick from the gun. The throw to the left. Always aware of the change. He's got the catch, and he's got the first.
Nice situation here for the offense. They're winning the football game. Now they're in the red zone. Let's see if they can come up with a play that fools the defense.
And Manningham's a receiver in the slot. Kaepernick's back in shotgun formation. That pass well defended.
When receivers are running drag routes across the field, you got to have nice touch and accuracy on the football. That time the quarterback just throws it too far in front.
This will be second down. Handoff up the middle. How about that run? Touchdown.
Well, you got a lead. Now you're able to go out there and drive down the field and score a touchdown. This changes how the other team is going to manage the game from here on out.
The Broncos back deep, ready to receive. And he's tackled right at about the 28-yard line. Offense lines up here. First and 10. Alden Smith with the quarterback takedown.
That's an awesome job by the outside linebacker. He gets a sack on the quarterback. And nowadays, you've got to do it all if you're an outside linebacker. You've got to be tough against the run, cover receivers down the field, and yes, plays like that get to the quarterback.
Decker's lined up now as a slot receiver. Throwing now to his left. Peyton over to Thomas.
There's nothing the defense can do. When you talk about a receiver like these guys out there now, and this one in particular, the double coverage, they're still able to go in between the defenders, rise up, and make the catch.
Makes the catch.
I know you won't believe this, but sometimes completing a short pass like that does give a quarterback confidence, so it does serve a purpose.
Thomas is usually at tight end, but he's in the backfield this time. 2nd and 9. He'll fire it out to the left. A gain of 18.
Well, I think we've heard this expression about 7,000 times. It's a passing league, so we all know that. So you got to be able to throw the football and pick up some first downs.
Nickel formation for the defense here. The running back goes in motion. Peyton Manning from the shotgun. Trying to work that left side. Makes the catch in the open field. Denver Broncos in for the score.
Something you always got to be alert for nowadays in the NFL. The fade route. The defense caught off guard just a little bit. Nice throw. Nice touchdown.
They will not find a way into the end zone, so they'll only get 6 points out of the trip. Broncos ready to boot it down the field. This doesn't look good. We've got a player down, and he's in pain.
Well, after watching that play, I think it's safe to say it's a lower body injury. Not sure exactly what it is, but I hope the player's okay.
And Manningham's lined up in the slot. 1st and 10. They give it to the running back. Wide to the left. Breaks out of that one. Makes a move and gets around the defender.
When you're an offensive lineman and you can line up and just run the football straight ahead and pick up those kind of yards, you are going to get into the head of the defense. You're basically saying, we're tougher than you are, and we're just going to come right at you.
2nd and 3. He'll fire it out to the left. Incomplete.
Well, Jim, I can't say that's great defense. That's just a poor throw and a poor route run by the wide receiver.
And Manningham's going to get set in the slot for this snap. The wide receiver in motion. 3rd down and 3. He's looking long. Hauls it in deep down the middle.
Jim, the offensive coordinator's done a terrific job so far here today. He's got his team winning. You're in the red zone. Let's see how clever he's going to be on this call.
That was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up. And the give to Frank Gore.
This team likes to throw the football in the end zone once they get inside the red zone. This is a nice changeup. They fool them. Well, they thought they were going to fool them with the run, but it only gets a short gain.
Offense lines up here. 2nd and goal from the 7. Staying San Francisco. Touchdown.
Well, you got a lead. You drive down the field. You score a touchdown. Now we're going to find out if the other team can stay patient or will they panic.
The Broncos back deep, ready to receive. Tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line. They face 1st down. Looking for an open receiver on the right. Touchdown, and they cut into that lead.
Good job by the offensive coordinator calling those plays. Leads to a touchdown. They're just slowly chipping away at this lead. Now can the defense come out and help them out?
So they give up the touchdown, but they do not allow the 2-point play.
Yeah, good job that time by the defense. So quick and so ready for that play. They reacted very fast. That's why they stopped it.
For a touchback. Davis is a tight end, but now shifted into the backfield. Colin Kaepernick from the shotgun, looking for a receiver on the left side here. He's tackled at the 32. New set of downs coming up.
Well, it was a nice throw by the quarterback that time to get just enough yards to pick up the 1st down.
The offense is set at the line for the 1st down after that completion. Frank Gore gets it here.
Good job by the defensive line, standing in there and fighting, and they hold the running back to a short gain.
And Manningham's in the slot. Kaepernick from the gun, challenging the defenders to the right side. The tackle's going to be made, but he's beyond the 1st down marker.
Well, I think we're seeing something we see with so many teams now in the NFL. Running backs who can do it all. This guy can run, block, and he can catch short passes and make long gains after it. Nice job.
He makes the catch.
Nice job by the quarterback, finding the open guy short. They get the completion. They still do not get the first down, though.
The defense comes out in the nickel. Here comes the wide receiver in motion. It's second down and 3. Throws to the right. He's brought down.
Running backs are such a big part of the pass game now in the NFL. Look at this play, able to take a short catch and get a long gain out of it. Nice job by the running back.
And Vaughn Miller has him behind the line of scrimmage. 15 minutes to go, and we'll return after this message and a word from your local station.
Frank Gore is in the backfield. Final quarter underway now with this snap.
Sometimes it's good protection by the offensive line. Sometimes it's just bad defense. They can't get to the quarterback, and that's another completion by him.
Third down and 14. Looking across the middle, and he was wide open. That's been the story of this game. Another third down conversion to move the chains. Let's see what they do on first down following that huge play. He's going to be swallowed up behind the line.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the first down play that time by the offense, and now they have a good situation.
Second and 12. Michael Huff with the pick. And he's brought to the ground.
This defensive coordinator, he is one aggressive dude. He keeps going after this offense, and finally he gets the interception inside their own 20-yard line and stops the offense from getting any points.
First and 10. The quarterback throws it on the mark.
How do you stop these receivers now? It's almost impossible with the rules of the game. Tight coverage. That time they have double coverage on him. It doesn't matter. The throw comes, they go up, they make the catch. All you can do is raise your arm and go, well, we did our best.
Reed makes the interception. He stacked up at that point. They come to the line, and it's first down. He's looking to the right here on this throw.
Well, they complete the pass, Jim, but doesn't get the first down. Sooner or later, you got to throw one down the field.
Colin Kaepernick under center, and James has handed the football.
Nice job that time by the defense. They were ready for the run. Nowhere for the running back to go, and they stopped him for a short gain.
Michael James gets the carry, has the first down, and a whole lot more.
After that long run, that running back deserves a break. Go over to the sideline, let a few guys pat you on the rear end and tell you how good you are, and then get a little oxygen and get back in the game. What a run.
Kendall Hunter is in the backfield. Kaepernick's got it in the gun. That catch will extend the drive.
When you can throw an out route like that, that shows you the strength of the quarterback's arm.
First down following the long play. Eyeing that left side. Kaepernick gets it to Vernon Davis.
Well, I guess the best thing to say there, Jim, is they completed the pass, but it still did not get a first down.
That was a nice reception, but not enough for the first down. Second down coming up.
Anytime as a quarterback you see the receiver coming across the field on a drag route, don't lead him, just stick it on him. Quarterback throws it too far in front that time.
The Broncos defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel.
Going across the middle. Catch made by Mario Manningham.
Oh, we got us a nice drive going here, Jim. Another first down. They are just making one solid play after another and just marching down the field.
1st and 10. Working that left side. Easy catch there. No one near him.
The defense has got to be a little aggressive here. Your team is down. You've got to attack this offense. You don't want them to get in there and get another score.
They've got a first down now after that catch. Kaepernick standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. And intercepted. Breaks free.
Wonderful job by the defense that time. They stayed after it. And inside their own 20, they finally come up with the play. They get the interception, and they keep the other team from getting points on the board.
Welker's a receiver in the slot. Looks to his left. Brings it in. Got what he wanted. Touchdown.
Well, it's a good touchdown by the offense there. And, and what it's done, it's gotten this game closer. Gives them confidence, and confidence is a dangerous thing. We'll see if they can keep moving forward after this.
They'll get set, looking to convert on this two-point try. Play action. Put down a touchdown and a two-point conversion on that occasion.
Yeah, good job by the offense. They executed the play perfectly, and they got in the end zone, like you said, and got that 2 points.
Flag is out. They have the ball back, and the play's continuing.
Touchdown. Offense.
That onside kick did not travel 10 yards. Kendall Hunter is in the backfield. First and 10. He's looking to go down the field here, and it's picked off by Rogers Cromartie.
That interception is strictly on the quarterback. When you make bad decisions, I don't care how good you can throw the football. The results, usually it's going to turn into an interception.
Thomas flying out of position in the backfield here. Going deep, looking for Demaryius Thomas. It's intercepted. Nowhere else to go, and he's out of bounds.
Anytime you're backed up on the offensive side, the quarterback's got to be extremely careful, because if you turn it over, you're just giving points to your opponent. That time, a bad decision by the quarterback, and he throws an easy interception for the defense.
Kaepernick's going to take it from the gun.
As much as these guys practice during the offseason, training camp, during the week, you think receivers and quarterbacks would always be on the same page. That time they were not, and it's another incomplete pass.
And Manningham's lined up now as a slot receiver. Looking to the right side and throwing. Michael Huff with the pick.
Good job that time by the defense. Not being fooled, being in position. When you're in position, you have a chance to make the play. That time they did. They got the interception.
Now on first down. Needs to get rid of it. Justin Smith brings the quarterback down.
Quarterback looked all over the field. He's trying to find somebody that's open, but there is nobody open. Covered sack that time by the defense, and a job well done.
Manning from the gun. That's over to Welker. The Broncos now move the chains.
Perfect defense call that time. They allowed the catch. The coach on the sidelines going, well, what else do you want me to do? We had the guy double covered, and you still couldn't make the play. 2-minute warning.
Marino lined up in the backfield. Out of the gun. That's over to Welker. Great grab by Welker.
Well, anytime you're in the red zone, you want to punch it in and get that touchdown. If they do that, look, they're still going to be behind, but it gives them confidence moving forward.
Under pressure and incomplete.
That was an incomplete pass that time against cover two, the two deep safeties, and you really want to throw the football down the middle or deep down the sidelines. That time the quarterback didn't do that, and that's why it was incomplete.
2nd down and 10. Looking for an open receiver on the right. Should have had it.
Good job by the offense getting in the red zone. Now you're down some points. You got to find a way to score a touchdown.
Welker's lined up in the slot. Peyton Manning from the shotgun. Challenging the touchdown, Denver.
That's a nice touchdown there, and you chip it away at that lead. Try to get into the minds of the opponent. Will they get tight? You hear the word choke. Yeah, I think they could be choking over there on the other side. Look out.
Lining up now for the two-point conversion. Flip to the outside. And they will not convert here on the two-point conversion. Good stand by the defense. They bring him to the turf. And Manningham's going to get set in the slot for this snap. Throws to the right. Makes the grab and keeps the ball moving down the field. That's a first down catch.
Don't see enough of this in the NFL anymore. The out route. Everybody's afraid to throw it. They want all those little safe dink and dunks inside. But that is a nice throw and catch by the quarterback and wide receiver.
Davis, a tight end, but lined up in the backfield for this play. Now 1st and 10 as they go ground here. He's got a wide open alley. They've got him down there.
Well, when you give up a running play that's long, you got to say this to the defense. You did not hustle enough. If you are hustling, when that running back makes that secondary move, you got to be there to make the tackle. Swarm the football. That's how you stop long runs.
1st and 10. The throw to the left. Got a completion this time. Running play went for 11.
Nice situation here for the offense. They're winning the football game. Now they're in the red zone. Let's see if they can come up with a play that fools the defense.
Setting up in the pistol on this play. First and 10. Zeroed in on that one.
Nice throw that time by the quarterback in the red zone. Gets a completion. And there's some tight spots. Not a lot of room, so you got to really drive the football in there.
Breaking huddle at the 5. That reception gave them the first down. Colin Kaepernick from the shotgun. He'll throw. Michael Huff with the pick. That's going to do it here in this one. What a shootout it was, and what a great way to finish off the game with a victory like that.
Yeah, you know, I'm trying to figure out if it's a shootout or just a lot of really awful defense, but a lot of scoring, pretty exciting, and a good victory for the team.
The freshly established MetLife Stadium is the home for this afternoon's matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. It's going to be rough. It's going to be tough. And you would think this is going to be about the defenses today, Phil.
Well, when I hear the words rough and I hear tough, I think of Jim Nantz.
That's
yes,
right.
Man, he's tough. And this is what this game is going to be today. It's going to be rough, and it's going to be tough. And I'll tell you, even though I was a quarterback, I love these type of games.
The Bills are ready to return the kickoff. And they crash into him, ending the return at the 20-yard line. MetLife Stadium, the newest stadium in the league, is the site for this afternoon's matchup between the Bills and the Jets. Everyone excited about this matchup. Two teams that appear to be evenly matched.
And you know, when you have two teams that are evenly matched, what you usually see is a great defensive battle, a lot of hard hits. I think that's exciting football.
Carpenter readying his team for the kickoff. He's a dangerous returner, and he'll have a chance to show you right here. Fakes him out.
And he's tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line.
The defense stops the clock.
The Jets come out with a split backfield.
That'll be 5 yards. Delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Welcome to one of the last great relics in the NFL, Arrowhead Stadium, for this AFC versus NFC matchup between the Seahawks and the Chiefs.
The running back position today manned by a couple of stars of the sport. What are you looking for here?
Yeah, it's kind of refreshing, isn't it, to do a game where it's all about the running backs. We have to talk about how good the quarterback is, and aren't they special? Well, these two running backs are special, and we see it each week how they play, but also we see it how the offenses are designed. It is around the running backs.
First down on the way. Charles is going to secure the handoff. He's brought to a halt.
I know they want to come out and establish the run, but boy, this defense right now is not bending.
They're doing a good job so far, the defense, but on the offensive side, stay patient, keep pounding that football, and hopefully you can wear this defense down as the game goes along.
Get ready.
2nd and 8. That reception picks up the first down.
That's a nice job by the offense there. Get the first down, keep those chains moving, give yourself 3 more opportunities.
Lined up in the pistol formation. 1st and 10. And they'll run the football with Charles, bringing the play to an end.
You got to know if you're going to run the football, you're going to have a lot of short gains. There's going to be a lot of plays that look ugly. That's just the way it is. You got to live with it and know what's coming in the future.
That's 2nd down coming up.
Let's go.
Alex Smith from the gun. Throwing now to his left. Incomplete. Third and 9 after that last incompletion. Alex Smith's going to take it from the shotgun. Pass is made, and it's incomplete. The hit jars the ball out.
Number 11 has his fastball incomplete. 4th down.
Should be a routine punt. Russell Wilson has it under center. 1st and 10. Here's the quick toss to the running back. The tackle is made by Johnson.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
The Chiefs come out in the nickel. 2nd down and 7. Wasting no time. Here's the toss to the outside.
Good job that time by the running back. I'm sure he's a little winded after that play. He showed that speed, getting out there and picking up those extra yards.
Russell Wilson has it under center. 1st down and 10. And they go back to the ground.
Well, a short gain on the run that time by the offense. When you're a running football team, listen, there's going to be a lot of ugly plays that don't work. You just got to keep running it.
Offense lines up here. Running back in motion here. Quarterback flips it to the running back.
Number 22 with the carry on the play. 7-yard gain on the play.
It'll be 3rd down. Here's the handoff to Marshawn Lynch. And now they'll be on the other side of the 50 after this play.
Well, it's about deceiving the defense, isn't it? That's how you get a lot done in the NFL. And when you can run and pass, you can deceive them in a lot of ways. Nice job by the offense, running that football, picking up another 1st down and moving the chains.
1st down here after the run. They feed it to him again.
Good coaching on the defensive side. Everybody stays at home. They stay in their gap, and they hold that run to a short gain.
Trying to get it outside before the defense is set.
That's a nice job blocking by the offensive line, and a really good job by the running back. Seeing the proper hole, gets up in there and picks up big yards.
They're able to move the chains after that last run. Lynch is on the toss, gets the football.
Well, they call you an outside linebacker for a reason. That means you play outside and you stop the wide runs by the offense, and he did it that time. Good job, makes the tackle.
The wide receiver shifting around in motion. 2nd and 10. Lynch. Russell Wilson has it under center. Minutes down, 45 minutes to go. And we'll return after this message and a word from your local station. Miller's shifted from tight end to a receiver in the slot. Looking to scramble. Oh, that could have been intercepted, but he couldn't hold on.
I know his quarterback coach is going to yell at him when he goes to the sideline. When you're throwing the long pass down the field, don't underthrow it like that.
And he drives it through for the field goal.
There's nothing like being ahead in a football game, no matter how many points it is, because now you can manage it in a different way, even though it's early in this game, and you make the other team come after you.
Steven Hauschka ready for the kickoff. Ball is out. Picking up the fumble, and now he's on the move.
Always hustle on the kick teams. And always be alert. That football came loose. What a job by the kicking team falling on it and getting that fumble.
Miller's in the slot here for this play.
Here's the handoff, and they'll run it.
Lynch with an impressive run.
Well, the long run that time, and there's a lot of reasons why they got that long run. But the biggest one, the good blocking up front, but what patience for the running back. He did not panic because it took a while for that running lane to develop. When it did, he saw it, he hit it, and he used his talents to get down the field for the big game.
Russell Wilson has it under center.
1st and 10. Quarterback, quick toss to the outside. And gains 12.
Jim, the defense gives up the first down that time inside the red zone. But there's only so many things the offense can do. Let's see if they can hold them.
New set of downs now after picking up the first on the ground.
Marshawn Lynch takes the football.
They deck him in the backfield.
Well, the play is there to be made, but the offensive player doesn't get it done. Bad job on first down.
It's now 2nd down. The give. He is in for the touchdown.
There is. No lead in the NFL is safe. We all know that. We have seen tremendous comebacks. So when you get the opportunity, lay it on them, man. Keep scoring.
The Seahawks now lined up for the extra point. And the extra point is good. Steven Hauschka ready for the kickoff. His team great starting field position on that return.
There is nothing like a good return when you talk about special teams. Good blocking, the speed of the returner gets down the field, and after that tackle, now they have good starting field position.
1st down here.
Smith's going to take the snap from the shotgun.
Inhales the pass. That's enough for a 1st down.
Good job by the receiver that time. Getting that extra couple yards, gets a 1st down. They are marching. Let's see how the defense reacts.
1st and 10.
Right on the money. They pick up 35.
Good job by the offense. They're in the red zone. They're down by more than 7. But the defense, can you stop them and just give up the field goal try?
That long gain sets them up here on this play. Touchdown. And this game just got a whole lot more interesting.
You know, if you're a defensive player and you're covering a receiver down here on 1st and goal, you don't have to cover that much area. That's a terrible job by the defense giving up that touchdown pass.
Ryan Suckup ready for the kickoff.
Just across the 20 and tackled at the...
'21. Russell Wilson has it under center. 1st and 10. Ball is snapped and the quarterback tosses it to the outside.
So many things you can do on 1st down, and what do you come up? You come up with that play. That was just a bad play call.
2nd down after going to the ground game the first play.
Wilson still got the football after the play fake. Ball was caught.
It's always good when your quarterback is able to deceive the defense with good play action fakes. That's what did it that time. Look at the quarterback. Nice fake. Defense reacts to the run, and now you throw it over the top for the easy completion.
After the long gain, let's see what they do here.
Tossing it to the running back. Good for only a yard.
That's a terrible read by the running back. It's a short game, but it's all his fault. He picked the wrong hole. He should have cut it back. He didn't, and that's why he was tackled.
And we've reached the 2-minute warning. That leads us to 2nd down. Quarterback tosses it to the outside.
Good job that time by the running back, getting down the field and picking up big yards.
First down here after the run.
They'll stay on the ground on 1st down. Holds them to 7.
Russell Wilson has it under center. Second and 3. Here's the handoff to Marshawn Lynch.
the best way to keep the other offense on the sidelines is just keep marching down the field and picking up those first downs. What a good job by the offense.
Here's the first snap after the big play. Lynch has got it on the handoff. The Chiefs decide to take a timeout here, leaving them with only one. Second down now. Toss to the outside for about 4. They're just grinding away down here, inching closer to the end zone.
Well, that's what you got to do sometimes. It's hard always to think that you're going to come out and just make big plays. You got to do the dirty work, and this offense is doing it right now.
Looks like a penalty on the defense.
Encroachment defense. Still third down.
The Chiefs lined up in the nickel. Third and goal from the 1. He gets the toss, and he's in for the touchdown.
Well, the defense knew that they were probably going to see a run here in 3rd and goal. And what do? It doesn't matter. They still get blown off the line of scrimmage by the offensive line. Nice job.
The Seahawks lined up now for the point after. There's a flag right there.
Delay game offense.
The Seahawks lined up now for the point after. And the point after is good. The Chiefs are anxious to return the kickoff. And it's the same as a touchback as he's tackled right at the 20. They come to the line of scrimmage. First down. Catch is made by Dwayne Bowe.
That time the pass is completed into double coverage, Jim, but the quarterback made a bad read. But these receivers, they are so good nowadays. That time in double coverage, he went up and made the catch. It's like Bill Parcells said to me once about Mark Bavaro, a very talented receiver. He goes, remember, Sims, when he's covered, he's open. You can't play zone coverage against this quarterback. He knows it's zone, and he's going to find the open throwing lane, and he gets it done.
Wide receivers stacked up on this play. Fasano's there to catch a ball that had a lot of heat on it. Oh, we've got an injured player on the field.
Well, that's going to hurt him tomorrow. There's no doubt about it. When you get hit like that, you're going to feel some of that pain tomorrow. But the good news is, I think he's going to be okay. And once he gets a little situated there, I think he'll be back in the game. Find a way to score. That's always the mantra with every team when they get in the red zone. If you punch it in here, even though you're down by more than 7, it'll give you confidence for the rest of the game.
Touchdown. This game is tight.
What a throw by the quarterback for a touchdown. It was just really nice. He threw it beautifully, right on target. Touchdown.
Makes the PAT. Ryan Suckup ready for the kickoff.
that return ends rather quietly, short of the 20. Let's mark him at the 16. First down here. They'll run it off the toss. Swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the offense that time on first down. Now the defense is in a good situation.
Millers move from the tight end position to the slot. Tamba Hali brings the quarterback down.
Quarterback's got to know when it's inside of 2 minutes and that clock is moving, you want to get the football down the field and out of bounds. Holds on to the football too long, gets the sack, and that just kills the time management.
We're back here now in this one where the Seahawks lead by 3. They're setting up return. And he's out across the 20 and tackled at the 21. It's first down as they head to the line. Tosses it to the running back. He's got some daylight.
That was a running play that time by the offense. It picked up some good yards. Nothing like it. Show the defense you're willing to get in there and slug it out and get some tough running yards.
2nd and 1. Play action. He'll fire it out to the left. A takeaway.
Nice job of the defense that time. In position, they read the quarterback's eyes, and it led to an interception.
On first down, they'll go shotgun here. Dwayne Bowe with a nice catch there. That ball had a lot on it.
Then when you get inside the other team's red zone, inside the 20-yard line, and you're down some points, you're thinking touchdown in these situations.
Let's see how they back up the big play here. He had touchdown.
Nothing like having a quarterback who has a good arm who can just fire that football into some tight spots, and then it helps when your receiver got the talent and the courage to go in there and make that touchdown.
The Seahawks are set to return the kickoff.
He's got a chance to return this one. And they stop him from running it out to the 20. Mark him down at the 19. First down, offense readying for the snap. Here's the quick toss. Picks up about 4.
Good job by the defensive player squaring up that running back and just put his big butt right into the ground.
2nd down and 6. Flip to the outside. And it's Eric Berry who brings him down.
Always good to have these types of runs. Yeah, it's not a first down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense.
Russell Wilson has it under center. Handoff to the back. The Seahawks call timeout, and they'll have 2 remaining. Nickel formation here for the defense. They
feed him the ball again. The Seahawks get a first down.
Well, they're a gambling football team. They like to take chances. Even though they're down, it's in the second half. They take another chance. They go for it on fourth, and this time they got it.
Ball's picked off. That'll stop the play right there.
That was an awesome job by the defense. They just read the quarterback's eyes. They got in position, and they made the interception.
Charles is lined up as the single back. They feed the running back. That brings the play to an end.
What a good job by the defensive player there, just flushing the running back and driving him into the ground.
After being stuffed at the line of scrimmage, it's now 2nd down and 10. Jumps high into the sky and has it.
Good job by the offense picking up a first down there. They've been terrific all day long. They're winning the football game, and they are tiring this defense out.
This play set up by the long gainer. Trying to work that left side. What a catch. Touchdown.
Nowadays, so many kids, they grow up, they want to be wide receivers. I don't blame them. They're out there, they get to catch the football, they get to score touchdowns, they get to do dances, and you're not really allowed to hit them either. What a job.
The Seahawks are in shape now to return the kick. He will run this one back. Just across the 20 and tackled at the 21. First down coming up. Will go ground. Gains about 3.
Hey, this defense, they are tough. When you run that football, they got some men up front, and that time they stopped that run just for a short gain.
And he's taken down.
The offensive coordinator's just got to make some adjustments here. They can't stop the defensive line from sacking the quarterback, so either keep the tight end in or keep the halfback in to help block for the QB.
The quarterback is coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a 3rd time. So a 3-and-out.
Defensive coordinators love this situation, don't they? 3rd and long, they can do just about anything, and it's going to work, and they stop the offense that time.
Wilson's moved away from the tight end position to now a receiver in the slot. He's looking to the right here on this throw.
I can't give all the credit to the offense here. They go for it on 4th down here in the second half. Even though they're losing, the defense should have known that play was coming, and they should have stopped it.
That was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up. Looking for Percy Harvin. What a catch. Touchdown and drawing close.
When you're behind in a football game, drive down. And score. They did that. Now the next time when they get back out there, they got to do it again. Show some patience and drive it down the field.
They're going to bypass the point after and try to pick up a 2-point conversion. Here's the quick toss to the running back. Got a touchdown, got a two-point conversion. People love to go for two in this game, don't they?
Well, they do, and you know what? Now I guess you and I just can't sit here and blast the coach for a bad decision. When you pick up the 2 points, you can't complain about what they're trying to do.
Seahawks ready here for the kickoff. He thinks twice about returning this one, and six. Fair catch. They face first down. Smith's back in shotgun formation. On his way. The 30, the 20, the 10, and in for the touchdown.
What a terrible job by the defense. That time, nobody even covers the receiver. He is wide open down the field, and, hey, nice job by the quarterback going through his progression. He finds the open guy and gets a touchdown pass.
The Chiefs for the extra point. Count it. Chiefs getting set for kickoff. They're setting up the return. Steps out of bounds. They come to the line, and it's first down. Wasting no time. Here's the toss to the outside.
Got to give the defense some credit on first down. There's so many things the offense can do. They were ready for that play, and they stopped it.
Miller's moved from the tight end position to the slot. Getting away from the pressure. Wide open for the catch.
When you're behind in a football game, all you can do on the offensive side is just go out there and thinking about making plays and picking up first downs. Good job by the offense.
Let's see what they do on first down following that huge play. Gain of 4. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. We'll be back from Kansas City for the start of the fourth after the break. The quarterback coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a third time. We are back for the start of the fourth quarter. Action fake, looking for Percy Harvin. He caught it. Touchdown. That'll close the gap. The Seahawks now lined up for the extra point. The point after is good. Steven Hauschka ready for the kickoff.
And he's out across the 20 and tackled at the 21. Jamal Charles is in the backfield. Throws the pass. And he hauls it in.
When you can't hit the quarterback or put pressure on him, there's not much you're going to get done then. That time, quarterback had time and throws it down the field for another completion.
2nd and 1. Dwayne Bowe with a great grab.
Sometimes the receiver just has to make a great catch. That's what happened on that play.
1st down following the long play. Jumps up and comes down with it.
Ken, the offensive coordinator, has done a terrific job so far here today. He's got his team winning. You're in the red zone. Let's see how clever he's going to be on this call.
That long gain sets them up here on this play.
Gets away from the pressure. Makes the grab. Picks up 9.
Always a good job to pick up some yards. When you're in the red zone, nice throw by the quarterback, and he gets the completion.
And now they'll try over again on 2nd down.
Jamal Charles carries the football. Now cutting to the right side, looking for some open space.
The defense has got to be a little aggressive here. Your team is down. You've got to attack this offense. You don't want them to get in there and get another score.
Now looking at 3rd down.
Jamal Charles running to the right. Finds the secret side. Touchdown.
Well, there's an old saying in the NFL, you know how many points you need? And the answer is more. So no matter what the lead is, keep trying to score. Nice job by the offense getting that extra touchdown.
Ryan Suckup ready for the kickoff.
Russell Wilson has it under center. 1st and 10. Quarterback flips it to the running back. They knocked him down behind the line of scrimmage.
When you make play calls like that, you're not going to win many football games. That was a terrible call here on 1st down.
2nd down coming up.
Will run it. Here's the handoff.
You got to keep your offensive lineman aggressive, so you have to run the football every once in a while. That run, even though it was a short gain, it served a purpose.
Miller's in the slot receiver role for this upcoming snap. Looking for Percy Harvin. Right down Broadway.
Well, even though they're down more than 7 here, the offense down the red zone, it'll be good for them for the rest of this game. Their confidence for the offensive coach that they can punch this in for the touchdown.
After the long gain, let's see what they do here.
To the ground here.
Hard to score a touchdown sometimes when you get in the red zone in the NFL. Why? Because the defense doesn't have to worry about passes down the field. The offense runs it. They are ready to get it done, and they do, and stop the offense for a short gain.
Miller's shifted from tight end to a receiver in the slot. 2-minute warning. Too much pressure on the quarterback on that play, Phil.
That defense, boy, oh boy, are they aggressive, and they can get after the quarterback. We saw it on that play. This is going to be a tough assignment for this offensive line today.
The kick is good.
Well, when you get points, it's never a bad thing. That is for sure. Good job by the field goal kicker that time. Nice job by the offense moving the football down the field.
The Chiefs are anxious to return the kickoff. Signaling for fair catch.
Setting up in the pistol on this play.
The quarterback will hand it off. It's good for 3. The Chiefs are going to burn the first of their 3 timeouts right here. Kelsey's in the slot here for this play. And they'll give it to Jamal Charles. And he'll go to the left. The tackle was made, but the first down is picked up.
Nice job that time. The run play gets the first down. You move those chains. Hey, it's kind of fun to watch a team tough enough and patient enough to run the football to get these first downs instead of throwing it all the time.
They immediately call for a timeout.
They're able to move the chains after that last run.
Encroachment, defense. Still first down.
First down following the penalty.
There is a flag out.
Encroachment, defense.
Welcome to one of the last great relics in the NFL, Arrowhead Stadium, for this interconference matchup between the Seahawks and the Chiefs. You know, when you get a matchup at running back, like the one we have here today, you can just look down on the field from the booth, and you can see that breakaway speed and power with your own eyes, and there is a difference out there.
Yeah, I think I was always heard from Bill Walsh. I read it in his book, Trust Your Eyes. So you're right. We look down the field today, and as this thing goes along, you can tell we have two stars at running back, and, man, just give them a little bit of hope, and they can make it happen.
Jamal Charles is in the backfield. Looking to the right side and throwing. Spins away from the tackle. And he's going to be tackled right around the 43.
Well, it doesn't look like much, but it really serves the purpose. Picks up the first down, and now they have a chance to open things up.
Fasano's moved from the tight end position to the slot. He'll fire it out to the left.
Gain of 6. Good job by the quarterback completing that pass against the zone defense. Look for the open. Space when you throw against zones. That's what he did, and he got the nice completion.
Jamal Charles is in the backfield. Looking for a receiver on the left side here. Gain of 17.
You know, when you throw the football like that down the field, you pick up a first down. Now you can do anything you want on the offensive side, and you got that defense guessing.
Fasano's moved away from the tight end position to now a receiver in the slot. He's in the clear, tackled at the 29-yard line.
Good job by the defensive player squaring up that running back and just putting his big butt right into the ground.
Offense lines up here.
Smith's got it in the gun.
Eyeing that left side. That pass play picks up a first down.
Well, when you play this cover 4, in other words, you got 4 defenders playing deep, equally spread across the field. Well, who's going to cover the in cuts and underneath? Nobody. That's why the quarterback got an easy completion that time on the in route.
1st and 10.
And they'll run the football with Charles. And that gains a few.
I think you got to be a little more creative in the red zone than this. When you just line up and run the football like that, you're not going to get a lot of yards. And that time they just got a short gain.
2nd and 7. Touchdown, Chiefs.
And what a touchdown there for the offense. Quarterback just fires that football in there. Look at the defenders around the receiver, but the receiver big enough, tough enough to go up in there and make that catch.
Driving extra point is good. The Seahawks are set to return the kickoff.
They stop him from running it out to the 20. Mark him down at the 19.
Now on 1st down. Trying to get it outside before the defense is set.
Well, I know it's not going to make a highlight film, but still a good solid run up in there for a couple yards.
The Seattle Seahawks stepped up big time a year ago with Russell Wilson, of course, providing all that energy and leadership. And they were a playoff team that very nearly went all the way to the NFC title game.
Yeah, this year they won't fool around starting off the year, Jim. They're going to let Russell Wilson be the major focus of this offense, and I think they should. He was dynamic last year running the football, but I tell people constantly the one thing that he has on his side that he didn't get credit for, he has a great throwing arm. Can get it down the field with accuracy. We're going to see more of it this year.
Wilson's moved from the tight end position to the slot.
Heaving it down the field. He brings it in. The Seahawks are in the end zone for the touchdown.
There's no doubt about it. When you score like that to tie up the game, it shifts momentum. And it's all up now to the offense of the other team to get back out there and get the momentum back on their side.
The Seahawks now with the extra point to tie the game. Extra point was good.
Seahawks ready here for the kickoff. Signals fair catch. Offense lines up here. 1st and 10. Reaches out and grabs it.
When you play zone coverage, the quarterback might have to hold the football just a little longer. But these guys nowadays, when you play zone, they know how to throw and catch and get it done.
So they complete that one, yet it's still 2nd down. Trying the right side. The quarterback will protect himself here as he slides to a halt.
Kind of refreshing to watch, isn't it, to see a team that has faith, the toughness, and the patience to just keep running the football, grinding out these first downs, resting their defense, and tiring out the opponent's defense.
Smith standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. And he's forced to the ground.
Well, if your offensive line's not good enough just to stop the pass rush, then you got to help them out. How do you do that? Well, you keep the tight end in, let him be an extra blocker, and you tell your running backs to help out, too, blocking some of these defensive linemen.
Smith's going to take it from the gun. Looking for an open receiver on the right. What a hit, and the ball falls incomplete.
Well, they always say if you get your hands on the football, you got to make the catch. Yeah, right. The guy that made that rule up wasn't getting hit as he was trying to catch the football. Nice hit that time by the defender.
Pass complete, and he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down.
Jim, when you get in these situations, there's not much you can do. 3rd and long, not easy to pick up first downs in these type of situations.
The defense comes out in the nickel. Looking across the middle, and they'll turn it over on downs. The defense does a fantastic job holding strong. Russell Wilson has it under center. There's some shifting around in the backfield. Quarterback, quick toss to the outside.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like this, over a period of time, it's going to wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it. Nice job by the offensive line.
Offense lines up here. 2nd down, 3 for the 1st. Ball is snapped, and the quarterback tosses it to the outside. Good job on the ground there by Lynch.
Marshawn Lynch, what a run that time, picking up big yards. He is just tough and angry. Ever since he's been in Seattle, he's just been a different running back.
15 minutes down, 45 minutes to go. Back after this word from your local station. The Seahawks with a huge gainer right before the break, and now coming back to the line to start the 2nd. Here's the first snap after the big play. On 1st down, it's back to the ground game.
Good job by the defensive line, standing in there and fighting, and they hold the running back to a short gain.
rotates in the slot. And an 8, tossing it to the running back. Gains 15.
What a nice run by the running back. Picks up big yards, and he did everything that time. He picked the proper hole, gets through it, and shows that speed to get the long gain.
New set of downs now after picking up the first on the ground. Quarterback tosses it to the outside. They tackle him for a loss.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the first down play that time by the offense, and now they have a good situation.
Russell Wilson has it under center. Second down and 12. Toss to the outside. They break through. Tackle him behind the line.
Well, these plays do look ugly when they don't work. It's second down, and you run the running play hoping to pick up a few yards to make third down easier. But when you lose yards like this, third long, tough to do.
Third and long. He gets to toss.
Defensive coordinators love this situation, don't they? Third and long, they can do just about anything, and it's going to work, and they stop the offense that time.
The kick is good.
You always want to be rewarded for a nice drive in a football game, even when it's a field goal, because you've made a lot of good plays, you've executed them, you got yourself in position to get some points, and that field goal just reinforces everything.
The Chiefs are anxious to return the kickoff. Fair catch this time. Lined up in the pistol formation. Now 1st and 10. Charles is going to take the handoff now. He's got a little bit of daylight here. The Chiefs now move the chains.
Good job by the running back that time, finding the open hole and picking up those extra yards.
First down here after the run. Working that left side. Dwayne Bowe with a nice catch there. That ball had a lot on it.
There's nothing the defense can do. When you talk about a receiver like these guys out there now, and this one in particular, a double coverage, they're still able to go in between the defenders, rise up, and make the catch. Anytime you picked up a couple first downs, here's what happens. The defense starts to doubt what they're doing, but maybe more importantly, it gets those big boys over there tired.
Complete. Tackled at the 13.
Nice catch by the receiver, but it still doesn't get a first down.
Nickel formation for the defense here. Rocks him with that hit, and the ball's going to fall incomplete.
Jim, that pass ends up incomplete because the defender, he just jarred the football loose with that hit. Nice job. Get that shoulder into the receiver, knock that football out, and get it to the ground.
Third and 7 following the incompletion. Caught has the first down.
Good play call that time by the offensive coordinator. Down inside, when you're inside that 20-yard line or the red zone, find ways to complete the pass. They did that time.
Challenging the Kansas City takes it across.
Well, it's first and goal. I think a lot of defenses are thinking run here, and so the offense, they call a nice play, very deceptive. They throw the football, and they get the easy touchdown pass.
The Chiefs with an extra point try on the way. He made it. The Seahawks are in shape now to return the kick. And he's tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line. And we've reached the 2-minute warning in this one. First down on the way. Quarterback drops back, play action. Getting sacked.
That's an excellent job by the defense. Just gets quick penetration in there, hits the quarterback, and gets the sack. That clock keeps moving. What a job by the defense in this situation.
Halfback sent in motion. They'll run it off the toss.
Not much the offense can do in a situation like this. 3rd and long, what you probably will have to do is either surprise them with a run or throw it short and hope somebody can make a play and pick up a first down.
Wilson's in the slot receiver role for this upcoming snap. Throws to the right. Leaps up high and comes down with it.
Jim, when you get in these situations, there's not much you can do. 3rd and long, not easy to pick up first downs in these type of situations.
The defense comes out in the nickel. They motion the receiver around to the other side.
Lynch. That's a missed opportunity, and now they'll have to bring out the defense.
Well, they don't get it on 4th down. That was a quick drive, wasn't it, Jim? That was just bad play calling, bad execution, and go to the sideline. That's where you deserve to be.
Jamal Charles is in the backfield. Gets a hand on that one to knock it away.
Not a good job that time by the quarterback. When you see the cover 2 defense, you got to know where to throw the football. He did not, and that's why the ball goes incomplete.
Charles is split out wide on the right. He's looking to the right here on this throw. Ball's going to be incomplete. A hit knocked the ball out.
Good timing by the defensive player that time. He gets to the receiver just as the football is getting there and makes the hit and knocks that football loose.
Shotgun look here for Alex Smith. Smith's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Alex Smith looking long.
Oh, bad decision that time by the quarterback. He tries to force the football into the end zone, and it almost gets picked off by the defense.
Wide receivers are bunched up. Dwayne Chiefs are in for the score.
Keep being aggressive on the offensive side. That's what they did that time. That's why they scored. They kept going after it.
Extra point is good. Chiefs getting set for kickoff. Always a threat, and he'll start his return now. And he's tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line. Russell Wilson has it under center. 1st and 10. Wilson still has it after some nifty play action. And almost picked off.
Well, for some reason, this quarterback likes to keep trying to go deep down the field against this cover 2. That's not the spot you want to go. You want to look underneath or right down the middle.
Failing to complete that one, so 2nd down here. Lynch is going to receive the toss and picks up maybe 3 or 4.
Good job that time by the offense. Power run gets them a few yards.
Nickel formation here for the defense. Play action fake, looking to throw.
Well, that's the quarterback's fault. My gosh. The safety, that's who he is supposed to look at all times when he's under center and when he drops back. He takes his eyes off of him, and what happens? Well, he gets sacked.
Miller's shifted from tight end to a receiver in the slot. Down the field. Ooh, they failed to pick up the first, and the ball will go back to the other side.
This is where games are won and lost. Once an offense gets down the red zone, even though they're down more than 7, can you find a way to punch it in there for the touchdown and not settle for a field goal?
The formation here, shotgun.
They're going to get him this time.
The Chiefs with no timeouts left.
Nice job that time by the outside linebacker getting the sack. They ask a lot of these guys now. They are special players in the NFL. Stopping the run and the speed to get outside and get the sacks on the quarterback too.
He's wide open for the grab.
Zone defense doesn't work in the NFL like it used to. Good job by the quarterback reading that zone and finding the open guy.
The Chiefs come to the line with 5 wideouts and no one in the backfield.
Nice throw that time by the quarterback in the red zone. Gets the completion. And there's some tight spots, not a lot of room, so you got to really drive the football in there.
First down here after the completion. Looking to the right side and throwing.